Today we have Dr. Noah St. John, who is going to be on the show today. And we often have authors of books who have written bestsellers, but it's not that often we have somebody that has literally written 24 books, including his new book, The Seven-Figure Expert, sometimes called the father of affirmations. He helps people create breakthroughs, and he's been working in the network marketing industry for a long, long time. So today we're going to talk about the books, how his approach is a little bit different, and what he thinks the future of the network marketing industry is looking like. Excited to have him on the show today.
Welcome to Beyond the Network Marketing Dream, where we go beyond the hype and head behind the scenes with industry leaders and experts. Join us for new insights, strategies, and smart discussions about building successfully in today's world.
Well, Dr. Noah St. John, it is great to be with you today. I'm excited to have you on the show, my friend.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome. So before we, dive in and the formal introduction is done, but how long have you spent in the network marketing space?
Well, it's ironic that you asked me that because people ask me all the time, well, how did you find network marketing? And I always answer the same, network marketing found me. Because I wrote my first book called Permission to Succeed back in 1997. It was first published in 1998. And then by me, it was self-published, and then it was picked up by the Chicken Soup for the Soul publisher in 1999. So I've been doing this over 25 years now. And right at the beginning, right at like 99 or the year 2000, way, way back then, I was actually contacted by a national sales director in a network marketing company. And ironically, she was Googling fear of success, and I came up first. Isn't that funny? She was really, when she first started talking to me, she told me that she was holding herself back and she had this fear of success. She didn't know what was causing it or how to fix it. And then she read my book and said, can you coach me? And so I did. I coached her and I walked her through my process. I helped her through that. And she went on to have, the best years of her career right after that. So she basically started telling her friends about me, and then those friends told more friends, and so on and so on. And, now I've helped my network marketing clients literally make hundreds of millions of dollars as a result of my coaching, both in group coaching and one-on-one.
And this is what you wrote about in the Seven-Figure Expert Business, the book that you published. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah. So I've written 24 books now, all these years later. And so, this is, one of my latest books is called The Seven-Figure Expert, Your Ultimate Guide to a Life of More Impact, Influence, and Financial Freedom. And isn't what we all want, right? We all want more impact, more influence, and of course, financial freedom. So by the way, the book is free at sevenfigureexpertbook.com. Easy to remember, sevenfigureexpertbook.com. The book is free. We just ask you to cover the shipping. But really, that's it. It's really about my 25 years of doing this and helping people make, collectively over $3 billion. And really helping people to put that system in place.
And what unique perspective do you bring to that? Because obviously that's a subject that's written a lot about, and we're talking specifically about network marketing. So how is the book unique?
We take an inside-out approach. One of the things that I do that's really different with my books and my coaching and my training, my online courses, and whether it's one-on-one or group coaching, we take what I call an inside-out approach. And here's what I mean by that. Whenever you want to succeed in any endeavor, any human endeavor, there's always two elements, two components, and those are the inner component and the outer component. Now, we just like to say inner game and outer game, just to keep it simple, inner game and outer game. So inner game is everything that you can't see directly, but it affects everything you do, right? And so like, for example, I'm a coach, I'm an author, I'm also a keynote speaker, so I get to do keynote presentations for network marketing companies all around the country and around the world, whether live or virtually. And so one of the things I like to do with my audience members, I'll say, what is one area of your life where your beliefs don't affect you? And here's what happens. People go, and I go, exactly. There's no place your beliefs don't affect you, right? Your beliefs affect your health, your well-being, your peace of mind, Your beliefs affect your wealth, your money, your finances, your investments, your business, right? Whether you're attracting people or not. And of course, your beliefs affect your relationships, right? Your personal, your intimate relationships, your family, your social life. So there's literally no place your beliefs don't affect you. But here's what's interesting. You can't see a belief. You can only see the effects of a belief. All right. So that's one of the reasons why you can be doing really well in one area of your life, but maybe you're stuck or struggling in another. For example, maybe your health is doing really well, but you're not making the money you want. Or conversely, vice versa, right? Maybe you're making lots of money, but your health, your relationships are suffering, right? Because let's face it, there's a lot of miserable millionaires out there. So we don't want that either. So we want to be happy and rich, right? So that's really what the inner game is about. And then, of course, we have the outer game, which is all of the offers, funnels, and traffic, all of the recruiting and retention strategies that, a lot of people have spent a lot of time and money learning. But what's interesting is that, that $3 billion that I've helped my clients make, meaning we've helped many, many, thousands of people in network marketing and other industries as well, to add multiple 6 and 7 and even 8 figures while working less. Well, 90% of that has come from the inner game. I'll give you a quick example of that. I was working with one of my coaching clients named Sheila. Now, she is a network marketing professional out in California, and she actually heard me speak at her company's national convention. And she came up to me after my presentation, after my talk, and said, Noah, that was really awesome. And, I'd like to sign up with you, but I've spent all this money and, nothing's really working. I mean, she was making about $5,000 a month in her business, in sales, which is pretty good, right? I mean, nothing wrong with that, nothing to sneeze at. But she told me that, she says, I know I can do a lot better than that. I mean, I've spent all this money and all this time, and I really want to do more. I said, well, okay, that's what I do. So anyway, she hired me and she signed up for my 12-week. We have a program called the 12-week breakthrough, where I actually help people make more than just 12 weeks than they did in the previous 12 months. Well, actually working less than they were before. Anyway, so she signed up for the group coaching with me. And in a period of less than 6 months, we got her from making $5,000 a month to making $75,000 a month, not a year, $75,000 a month, literally a 15 times increase, 1,500% in less than 6 months. And she told me, when she was finished with that, she said, Noah, of course, the money's great. And now I'm able to take my family on vacations and, all paid for by the company and all this great stuff. But she said, Noah, do you realize what's incredible is I'm working less to make $75,000 a month than I was to make $5,000 a month. And I said, well, it's all because of the systems.
And what was the biggest breakthrough for her in that example?
It was all in her game. See, she'd spent all this time, money, and effort on all of the outer game stuff. And like I said, you have to do both. You have to do both. It's not like you can ignore one or the other, but that's the problem, is that a lot of people have spent a lot of time and money and effort on the outer game. Right? The offers, funnels, traffic, all that outer game stuff, which you absolutely need to do. But because no one had actually shown her how to master her inner game, especially in the way that I teach it, which is very different. That's why I've written all these books you can see back here, because I wanted them. I had to write these books because I read every book out there and they didn't answer the question, so I had to write it myself. And really, that's why, as I mentioned, we take the inside out approach. And that's one of the reasons that, our clients enjoy this hockey stick growth, as we call it, kind of going along like this, kind of hitting that income ceiling. And then all of a sudden you start doing you start implementing my system, and then you get hockey stick growth. It's pretty amazing.
And Noah, what was that? I mean, again, for her, was it manifesting it, or was it limiting beliefs that were creating, challenges for her, or her being able to teach her team some of those principles? Because I've met people that actually have some of the skill sets and the tools, but they don't know how to teach, or somebody else, they simply don't have the belief system internally. And so the result is they focus on low income producing activities because they haven't elevated their vision. Like for this particular person, what was her issue?
Yeah, it was definitely a combination of all of those things and more. But one of the things that I really help people with is to, as I call it, get rid of their head trash. Now, the head trash is that voice in your head that says, I can't do it because. So for everyone listening to the program, I want you to realize that when we talk about your goals, and that's what all of my coaching, books, courses, everything that we do is about helping you reach your goals up to 10 times faster and easier, which I've been doing for over a quarter century now. And again, the case studies, prove it. So the point is that, when you think about your goals, one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that there are 3 types of goals. Because everybody, we've all heard a million times, set your goals, set your goals. We've heard that a million times. But what a lot of people don't realize is that there are 3 types of goals. And those are being, doing, and having. All right. So the first type of goal is a being goal, meaning what do you want to be? And when I say that, I mean, like, I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to feel good about myself. I want to feel confident. Like my new book is about unstoppable self-confidence. So, I mean, we have all those goals of being. Then you have goals of doing. I want to take my family on a trip to the Grand Canyon. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to, write a book. I want to have my own online courses or coaching or whatever that might be. And then the goals of having. I want to have a new car. I want to have a new house. I want to have a nicer wardrobe. I want to have more money, whatever that might be, right? So the goals of being, doing, and having. So, it's not enough to just say, what do you want? People say, well, no, I want more money. Okay, here's $5. Go away. No, you got to be a lot clearer than that, right? So get very clear on your goals, number 1. But number 2, and this is what most people don't realize, is that right after you set your goals, for most people, 95% of the people that I've coached over the last 25 years, the very next thing that happens after they set their goals is they believe, I probably can't do it, right? So, and to be even more specific, what they say is, I can't do it because ... right? And what I want people to understand is that everything that happens after the word because is your head trash. And that is the very thing that's holding you back. All right. So I can't do it because I don't have the time. I can't do it because I don't have the money. I can't do it because I can't afford it. I can't do it because my spouse won't let me. I can't do it because I have kids, because I'm divorced, because I'm a Martian. I mean, whatever. We all have a million excuses, but guess what? Once you have those excuses, the more you argue for your limitations, the more you get to keep them. So one of the things that I help people do is to, number 1, identify your head trash. And then number 2, use my systematic approach to systematically remove your head trash, thereby getting rid of the excuses, thereby allowing you to have that hockey stick growth.
I gotcha. That makes sense. It's amazing to me how often you talk to people, and when you dig a little bit deeper and you try to help them identify their purpose, their values, and their goals, there's a lack of congruency. Like you're almost talking to somebody who's schizophrenic. They're saying, I've got this set of values. They can't identify their purpose. And then, cognitive dissonance sets in. They're not aligned at all. How do you try to help them address some of those type of things?
Well, I call that the gap of good intentions. All right. We all have good intentions.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to start exercising. Great. Best time of year is the new year, right? And the new year, is everybody sets these goals. Oh, I'm going to get organized. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to pay off my debts. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then, what I love to say is, on January 1st, the gyms are full. By January 8th, they're empty again. People didn't even last a week.
Yeah.
And that's because of the gap of good intentions. You have these good intentions. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get that done. And then what happens is, and the reality is, that everything you desire is on the other side of fear. And that was one of the quotes that really changed my life many, many years ago. Everything you desire is on the other side of fear. What do I mean by that? Whenever you talk about those goals, right? Those goals I was just talking about, write them down, you think about it, you list them, whatever. You need to realize that I don't care what you're talking about, whether it's making more money, getting more recruits, getting more sales, getting more customers, whatever it is, there's always going to be fear. And people go, but that doesn't make sense. No, I mean, I want that thing. Why would I be afraid of it? Well, you tell me. Why would you be afraid of it? And the reason is because we know what we know, right? And there's that old saying, right? The devil you know is better than the devil you don't know, right? And even though my life might suck right now, at least I know it. What if I get to there and it's even worse? That's one of the unconscious fears that hold a lot of people back.
Do you think it's always, this got me thinking a little bit, do you think it's always fear, or sometimes for a lot of people, is it just lack of motivation or discipline that keeps them from doing it, that it's easier to watch the next Netflix show and eat a bag of chips?
You're not wrong, but to me, that's a symptom of fear. That's a symptom. When I'm procrastinating 10 times out of 10, that's something I'm afraid of. And so what I help my clients do is understand to go beneath that
Interesting.
and identify the fear. I'll give you an example. I was working with another one of my coaching clients in the 12-week breakthrough. Her name's Catherine. She is a business owner in Pennsylvania. And, she joined my 12-week breakthrough program. And she told me that when she joined, she was in a very dark place. That's her words, not mine. She said, I'd been in a very dark place. Anyway, so again, I was helping her identify her head trash, all the things that we're talking about, and, walking her through my systematic approach. In week 5, she sent me an email and she said, Noah, I want you to know that I just raised $185,000 in private money today. And it's because of what you taught me. And for the first time in so many years, I believe in me because you believed in me. $185,000 in one day. That's a pretty good ROI.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. So Noah, the sevenfigureexpertsbook.com is where they can go to find the book. And that would be a good starting place for anybody, just to say, hey, let me go get the book and start that. And then if they wanted to reach out to you to find out more about the coaching, how would they go about that process?
Just go to breakthroughwithnoah.com. Very easy to remember, breakthroughwithnoah.com, because I'm known as the breakthrough coach. I help people break through their limiting beliefs and really break through to a new life. So at breakthroughwithnoah.com, you can actually watch an 11-minute video training that I did that really gives you a really nice overview of what I do and how I do it and why it's different. And then you can also see some case studies, including Sheila and many other people that I, talked about here and many others. And then you can also book a breakthrough consultation right there with me or one of my coaches. All that is at breakthroughwithnoah.com.
Awesome. Noah, last couple thoughts here, and then anything you want to add. But, we're going into an interesting phase globally. Economics, you see things that are happening around the world. And historically, network marketing does actually better when there are some struggles, when people are looking for alternatives. What do you see in addition to that, perhaps? But what do you see in the coming years? The transformation, I think network marketing is going through a number of different types of transformations. But what are you seeing? Are you optimistic about the direction? What are your thoughts there?
Oh, I'm definitely optimistic. And you said it exactly right. When there are tough economic times, network marketing companies and leaders tend to flourish. I work with so many network marketing companies and leaders all around the country and around the world. And it's definitely expanding globally, as well it should. I mean, it's a wonderful way of doing business. It's a wonderful system. It's a wonderful approach. And you just need to make sure that, you're working with your team leader, or you are the team leader. Make sure you have those systems in place. That's why I love what you do, Patrick, at RapidFunnel. And it's something that I recommend to everybody because it really is. You need to have and set up the systems that do the work. So, the systems work hard so you don't have to. So that's what I help. And that's why, I love partnering up with you, because I help people with the inner systems, the inner game systems, and you're helping them so much with the outer game systems. So it's really a perfect synergy.
Yeah. One of the things you and I talked about, I think when I was on your podcast, is we're developing this marketplace where we're going to be able to partner with different coaches in the network marketing industry to give some of our clients an option. Some of these account leaders that we have that say, hey, I love the teachings of Dr. Noah, and I would like to be able to tap into that for everybody in my organization. And we're probably 6 to 9 months out before we pull the trigger on that. But I'm excited about that because, as you and I both know, that the mindset is the most important part. Now, we believe in systems, but part of the reason I love what we do is we're driving behaviors. It's that inner game that we do try to drive. And if we can deliver the training that people need based on their individual strengths and weaknesses, right? Because we have so many activity metrics in the platform. If we can deliver the right training to the right person based on their strengths or weaknesses, you can really start to pinpoint how you can serve the audience more effectively. So partnering with great coaches like yourself is, I think it's going to be a fun journey we'll go on, and looking forward to doing that one day.
I'm excited for that as well. Can't wait.
Well, awesome. Well, it's been so great. Any closing thoughts or any resources that you might want to share with folks?
Yeah, just breakthroughwithnoah.com, like I mentioned. And again, the book is sevenfigureexpertbook.com. Easy to remember, sevenfigureexpertbook.com. The book is free. Just cover the shipping. And, if you have any questions or anything, of course, reach out. You can find me on breakthroughwithnoah.com, anywhere on the website or my social media. And yeah, it's just, we're here to help and here to serve the community.
Dr. Noah St. John, great to be with you, my friend. Thanks for spending the time today.
My pleasure.
Thanks for listening. If you know someone who would be a great guest for the show, send an email to beyondthedream@rapidfunnel.com.